and getting ready for the holidays, I wanted to take the time today to give you a free exercise here that actually is part of the Rock That MoJo program. The Rock That MoJo program is a 5-week program that is held periodically throughout the year, which is just a way to find your mojo and rejuvenate it. And during that program, we cover relationships. And one of the exercises that people have found very helpful is dealing with a difficult relationship. And so I know for many of you, the holidays forces you to be around people that maybe it's kind of difficult to be around. So we're going to discuss that and some different ways that you can look at approaching those relationships and working with those relationships so you can enjoy your holiday family get together, or sometimes it's even the holiday work party. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at the people that you're dealing with, and what you want to try to do is find a way to love them, something that you love about them. And I actually learned this from a friend of mine, and she has a monster-in-law, and her monster-in-law was going to come and visit for an extended period of time, and she was really nervous and uptight about it because they just did not get along, and it was very stressful for her. And then she came to this conclusion that she was going to find something that she would love about her monster-in-law. And what she decided was, you know what? If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have my husband, and I wouldn't have our wonderful children. And so in that way, she found one way to love her mother-in-law, and she was able to handle her much better. And she was definitely able to relax herself before she had to interact with her for that long visit. Of course, there were times where, yes, she did get on her nerves, but it was such a better experience, and at least the time working up to it was a lot more relaxed. So that's one option. Find a way to love something about them. Another one is along the same lines, but to expect the best outcome. Many times we get so worked up because we expect that we're going to get in an argument with so-and-so, Uncle Fred or whomever, or you expect that they're going to say something that is just very hurtful. And first of all, lots of times our expectations create an energy, and so then it actually does happen. But the other thing is that you're stressing out about it, you're having all this negative feelings before anything happens. So expect the best outcome. Visualize what would be the perfect interaction. At least calm yourself down and give yourself an opportunity to look at what could happen, that it could actually be positive. So that's one option also. The last one is watch the stories you are telling yourself. And this one's going to take a little bit more explanation, but this is how it goes. Think about a time where maybe you wrote an email and someone misinterpreted it because they put emotions to the words that really maybe weren't there. Or maybe there's a time where you and a friend heard the exact same conversation, but your friend took a whole different story out of the conversation. Maybe she felt that that person was trying to indicate something negative, and you might say, I didn't hear that at all. If this still isn't making sense, I'll give you one more example. Let's pretend that you are in traffic, and you pull up behind a car and you're waiting at a stoplight, and the light turns green, and you can tell the person is not paying attention. They are not looking forward at the road, and you're in a hurry, and so you jump to the conclusion that they're either on their cell phone or they're just not paying attention or whatever, and so you lay on your horn and you get really upset about it. So if we look at the facts are: 1, the light turned green; 2, they're not moving forward; and 3, they're not looking forward. and you've become very upset. But what if you knew one more fact? What if you knew that this driver's little daughter was choking on a piece of candy? Would you be as upset? No, of course you wouldn't. So that's how we have to look at the stories that we are telling ourselves. Many times when we have interactions with people, we change what they're saying into a story. So there's 4 steps that you can take to deal with the stories that you're telling yourself. 1, become aware that you are telling yourself a story. When you feel yourself get uptight and stressed about something someone says, or maybe an email that you have read, take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath and relax. And the second step is look at the facts. What are the exact words that were said, whether they be written or told to you directly? And the third thing is where you can have some fun with it. Tell yourself a new story based off of those facts. Tell yourself a positive story, or tell yourself why any reasonable person would act in that way. And then you will find that you become less tense and that actually you can respond very civilly and relaxed, which just helps your brain function so much better. So then that way you deal with them in a calm and unemotional manner. So those are 3 steps that can help you deal with those tough relationship issues. Now, I do have to warn you, this takes practice to do it. So what I would encourage you to do right now is there might be like a mild irritant, someone who maybe kind of irritates you slightly at work, or maybe it's a customer that irritates you, or one of your kids' friends' parent that slightly irritates you. Practice these techniques on those first before you go to the big one. You know, that person that really totally drives you crazy, or that you always get in an argument with. Practice with someone who's a small irritant or a small strained relationship, and then go for the gusto after you've practiced it sometimes. So again, I'll just go over those 3 real quick. It's find a way to love something about them, expect the best outcome, or watch the stories you are telling yourself. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and that all your relationships and all your family outings and all your company parties are a success, and that you enjoy the rest of 2014. Thanks.